Hello, my name is Lori, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the part of the world when you're watching the video or listening to the video. I want to talk about taking responsibility. There is much food in the fallow ground of the poor, and for lack of justice or injustice, there is waste, according to Proverbs 13:23. But I want to talk about it from a place of taking responsibility and what it looks like and how to come through that process when you're dealing with shame. Shame is a very painful feeling of humiliation or distress that is caused by when you've done something wrong or something foolish, and it has caused you to be in a place where it can lead to paralyzation, which is not having you have the ability to move past that event or that circumstance. Shame is often masked under the feelings of being insecure, unworthy, you don't feel adequate. It causes you to feel like you're undeserving of something you're not. You tend to be self-critical. You have a tendency to forgive others, but you have a hard time forgiving yourself. So today I want to talk about shame from a different perspective. And what does shame look and feel like when you lose all your possessions after you've done everything right? Let me address the impact of shame associated with the financial loss, because it's quite different from the shame that may be faced from other circumstances. Now, I am not here to negate nor to marginalize any form of shame and what kind of trauma that can cause. I'm only here to help people from a place of financial loss when the situation has been made public or you are immobilized by moving forward. So these Never Do Business Hungry teachable courses are designed for you to gain the tools and skills necessary to become resilient, to make proper financial decisions regardless of the season in your life. And each season requires different strategies. So the first course that I created, which was Living Through See Nothing Days, you will find that whatever season you're in, before taking the necessary steps and responsibility for recovery, you need to understand that these courses and these lessons are real life, transparent scenarios that have happened in my life. And I am here to expose what that looks like. The next upcoming course is Blindsided by Expenses, which will deal with the taking responsibility. But I wanted to give a backdrop of Living Through See Nothing Days and that resilience when you're facing the challenges, when you're in the season of winter. What steps do you make, and how do you process, how do you come out of those challenges in order to recover? You first need to know how to deal and locate where you are before you can even take responsibility. You have to accept where you are and then take the steps necessary. So in the next upcoming course, I'll be dealing with budgeting. I'll be dealing with the difference between budgeting and auditing, and understanding that, reconciling your statements, allocating your expenses, a lot of things to do with fiduciary requirements. As a backdrop, you need to know that the courses will show you how to get out as well as prevent you from facing those unnecessary circumstances. And what was just meant to destroy you and what I faced was meant to destroy me. And it was unwarranted. There were false accusations. And so I want to be authentic. I want to be transparent. I want to give others the opportunity to have the skills necessary when you're coming against things that are adversarial, that will help those that are struggling, who may be afraid, who may be scared, who may be blackballed, or shamed. I don't want you to ever experience what I've had to experience. It's one thing to be in financial crisis because you went out and you made poor decisions and you weren't a steward over your finances. It's another thing to be falsely accused and to have things come against you and to have things taken from you because someone didn't want you to be in that position. But what I've learned in these past 2 decades, these past 20 years, is that there are still things that I had to do. In both scenarios, I faced it from a place of foolishness and I faced it from a place of unwarranted accusation. But in any event, I still have to take responsibility and live through that space and walk that space out, because there are steps in which you build and protect. And that's kind of how this whole concept of Sagari and Nehemiah and Never Do Business Hungry and the foundation and how these courses have been built. So I look forward to working with you and getting to know you and giving you a better understanding. So whether you have fee-for-service contracts, whether you have cost reimbursement contracts, whether you are a small business, whether you're an individual, whether you are a person that needs wisdom and you like to learn in a different setting, in a different structure, these courses will help you. So I look forward to working with you.